Episode 81 isn't just another transitional episode. This is where Itachi Uchiha stops being a name whispered in Sasuke's trauma and becomes the most terrifying presence in Naruto. Even Orochimaru is haunted by him. That's made evident by the silhouette of Itachi being the exact same one that Sasuke sees. So without further ado, let's dive into episode 81.
Return of the Morning Mist!
The episode opens with an eerie setting to the sound of footsteps and a bell ringing. Two cloaked figures appear and we immediately know Konoha is no longer safe. Itachi's entrance is one of the smartest reveals in part 1. He doesn't show up with explosions or flashy monologues. The first thing we see is him putting a guard under Genjutsu with minimal effort. Silent, surgical, terrifying. Itachi's bell ringing reminds me of the quote,
"You see, you don't ever ask for whom the bell tolls, because it tolls for thee."
We don't even get this scene in the manga, which is truly a travesty. Although, I completely get it, since the sound design and pacing are truly what gives the scene its magic. Before analyzing the scenes with the fortunate nature that is Itachi, we must take a brief detour to his younger brother Sasuke. We see Sasuke breaking down and replaying the destruction of his clan and blaming himself for not being strong enough.
Father and mother shouldn't have died. It didn't have to happen. If only I'd been strong enough, all of them would still be alive. My clan is destroyed.
If that flashback feels like deja vu to you, it should, because it's a different iteration of the flashback we saw back in episode 33. While these scenes are about Sasuke, they are also about the shadow that looms over him, Itachi. The anime does an excellent job at building up Itachi's aura steadily throughout the episode. To revisit a scene from earlier, Itachi walking up and Genjutsuing the guard reminded me of Luke Skywalker walking up and using the Force to knock out the guards. Enough of that though, because Itachi returns to the screen once again. While it's only for a brief moment, Itachi and his partner are seen looking down on Konoha from deep inside of the village. The camera angle presented to us is seriously on some Darth Vader and Palpatine energy. With that aside, the dialogue between the two tells us something important.
You know where he is? Yeah. Should be easy then. Let's go.
Do you know where he is? But wait, who's he? The manga is extremely cryptic when Itachi and his partner have that discussion. The panel displayed right before that is of Jiraiya. The anime, however, takes a much different approach. Right before Itachi and his partner have their scene, we're shown Naruto running through the town. That screams foreshadowing. But why would Itachi be looking for Naruto? That's a question we won't get an answer to just yet, because we're taken downtown with Kakashi, Kurenai, and Asuma. Kakashi covertly tells Asuma and Kurenai that he wants them to pursue Itachi and his partner, who, believe it or not, actually went to get some tea like the manga panel suggested. I didn't show this earlier, but now is as good a time as any. Orochimaru told Kabuto he left an unnamed organization because he couldn't get his hands on Itachi. While doing so, it showed a ring that is I don't know what color, let's say teal, with some kanji on it. The current scene shows both Itachi and his partner with identical rings, but with different kanji and colors concealing them. Matching outfits, matching rings, this is definitely the organization. But what is their purpose? So much mystery is attributed to Itachi that I think the reason why the title of the episode is Return of the Hidden Mist is because one of the definitions of mist is something that obscures understanding. I suspect that Itachi is said mist. This is where things get a little funky. Asuma says,
"It's not like you to be waiting on somebody. Is it for Obito?"
That's when Itachi and his partner react to Asuma name dropping Obito, which doesn't make sense at this point in the story. Kakashi even looks back to analyze their reactions. Sasuke arrives while Kakashi is looking back. Then suddenly, Itachi and his partner are gone. That's much different than the manga. When Kakashi mentions he's waiting for Sasuke, that's when Itachi and his partner react. Obito's name isn't even mentioned. Itachi reacting to his brother's name and dipping as soon as he arrives makes far more sense than making Itachi seemingly react to Obito. Either way, both scenes succeed at displaying Itachi's aura. Kakashi must have immediately recognized Itachi's presence, which is why he called for Sasuke. It's incredible to see how much respect is given to Itachi. Most other invaders would have been dealt with rather swiftly, but since Itachi isn't causing a scene and is too powerful to be easily dealt with, Kakashi is forced to act on Itachi's terms. With the tea scene wrapped up, it's time to get into the action. Asuma and Kurenai catch up to the mysterious duo off in a remote area. The groups have a bit of a stare-off before Asuma breaks the silence by asking what they're doing in the village. To their surprise, Itachi says,
It's been a long time, Asuma. Kurenai.
Asuma and Kurenai weren't pressed by that though. They figured, just some random bozo. Until Itachi hit them with this. If I were Asuma, I'd be pissed. He's against Itachi Uchiha and his backup is Kurenai? Oh nah, it's good, GG. Asuma is better than me though, because he does his best to maintain his composure. He fails horribly though. The difference in power is apparent. Kurenai and Asuma are sweating while Itachi and his partner
Kisame Hoshigaki.
aren't pressed in the slightest. Side note here, I actually feel a little bad for Kisame. Despite his appearance and his reputation, Kisame was actually being quite kind. I guess he could have just been role-playing, but it honestly doesn't feel like it to me, especially after this.
Are these friends of yours, Itachi? Well then, I suppose I should introduce myself. Hope we can get acquainted later. The name's Kisame Hoshigaki.
Why should we wait till later? When I can just wipe the floor with you both now.
Boy, Itachi, it looks like they hate you as much in this village as they do in mine.
I took that as Kisame going, dang, okay, screw me then. Kisame aside, Itachi calmly says,
I'm warning you two. You don't want to interfere with me. It isn't my desire to kill you.
and that gets you thinking. Itachi is stronger than Orochimaru, and he's moving like this? Talking like that? Nah, it's over. You know Asuma can't win. Overall, I really like how Itachi is portrayed. Sasuke's flashbacks would have you believe Itachi has a beast-like personality, but he isn't like that at all. He's calm, cool, and collected. Despite him murdering his whole clan in the past, he hasn't murderized anybody since he's entered the village. He even told Asuma and Kurenai that he didn't want to kill them and asked them not to interfere. What we've seen so far is a very different character than what was previously established. With that said, episode 81 proves you don't need flashy action to make a villain terrifying. Itachi Uchiha's mere presence changes the atmosphere. By the end of this episode, he isn't just Sasuke's nightmare, he's Konoha's. And the scariest part is, we haven't even seen the Mangekyo Sharingan yet, because episode 82 is where we find out what happens when the copy ninja dares to stare into those eyes for the very first time. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already so we can grow our Shinobi Alliance. Deuces.